Laser sights will make you a more accurate and confident shooter by providing visual feedback on sight alignment and trigger control. Crimson Trace, making laser sight standard equipment. Learn more at crimsontrace.com.
Hey, y'all. It's Tom Gresham's Gun Talk. Oh, look out. Oh, he is smoking.
All right. Tom Gresham here. It is Gun Talk. We're having a ball talking about, well, guns, stuff, the gear we have, the fun stuff as well. We talk about politics, of course. We always talk about that because that's kind of a part of the mix. Hey, I got a favor to ask. If you would, do me a favor. Go online, run over to thesportsmanchannel.com/vote. thesportsmanchannel.com/vote. You can vote for Guns and Gear, our TV show. Guns and Gear or Gun Venture has a fan favorite host and favorite series. It's an award they give out over at the Outdoor Sportsman Channel. It would help us out. We'd appreciate it. thesportsmanchannel.com. Also, we're offering big discounts at shopguntalk.com now through the December 21st. You can get a Super Owner T-shirt at our Teespring website, teespring.com. Actually, just go to guntalk.com. You'll be able to find it there. A lot of cool stuff. We're doing some giveaways. We got the Crimson Trace giveaway this month. It's going to end on December 28th. One grand prize winner is going to win a Crimson Trace prize pack, Red Dot Scope, Railmaster Pro Universal Green Laser Sight and Tactical Light, Tactical Rail Light for long guns, some other cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff there. Just go to guntalk.com/win, W-I-N. A lot of interesting things going on there. Okay. In this business, we meet a lot of really interesting people, really cool people, shooters, competitors, hunters, developers, gun crazies like me, and people who invent things and tweak them. Two of the more interesting people that we have met and done some work with through the past and done TV shows with are Lanny and Tracy Barnes. You may know them from their careers as biathletes for the United States. But they do a lot more than that. Joining me right now is Tracy Barnes with an announcement of an incredibly cool new product, service, everything else. Hey, Tracy, how are you?
I'm doing good, Tom. How are you?
Well, I am great. I'm every time I go on your website, I just go, that is so cool. That is like the most brilliant idea. What is Check Outside?
You know, Check Outside is an outdoor gear rental and equipment store. We ship gear all across the country to hunters and other outdoorsmen. And, yeah, it's something, you know, all the things that we really enjoy doing are equipment heavy. And so we rent really high-quality gear and ship it to your door or destination. Okay, so I'm looking at this, checkoutside.com.
You can rent hunting equipment. You can rent bird watching, wildlife viewing stuff. You can rent three-gun gear, scopes, binoculars. It goes on and on. Mag pouches. And now, from your biathlon days, you guys ended up getting into three-gun and doing all kinds of other types of shooting, didn't you?
Yeah, we do quite a bit of three-gun. And that's, one of the fastest growing sports in the U.S. So much fun. And so with so many people getting into the sport, we just wanted to give them the opportunity to try out a lot of the equipment before they buy it. So we actually rent out a lot of different types of rifle scopes. So we ship people a couple different rifle scopes. They have mounts on them, and then you can try them out, switch between two different scopes, try it out, see which one you like it, and then if you like it, you can buy it.
Okay, that's the other part of the deal, is you can rent them, but also you can kind of try to before you buy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a lot of people trying out, especially our optics. If they're looking to invest in, a good pair of binoculars or something like that, or a rifle scope, we'll ship it to you, and then you can try it out if you like it. If not, you in the box is a return label. You just slap that on the box and send it back.
Now, I've been renting cameras for a long time. I'm sure there are people who say, well, God, that stuff's expensive. But we rent video cameras that are, thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's a regular deal in our business. And the gear that you're renting is like, I'm looking at, Swarovski optics. So that's not the kind of thing that the store is going to let you take out and take it hunting or take it to the range or take it bird watching and try it out. And then if you don't like it, bring it back. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, and I really feel that, and I felt this when I was doing sports too. If you really get the opportunity to try something out in the field, you're actually going to feel if it's get a good gauge of whether it's going to work for you.
You bet.
So we're just giving people that opportunity.
How did this come about in the first? In the first place?
Well, as you know, my background, I come from the equipment-heavy sport of biathlon, where you need a lot of gear, and then, of course, I'm a very, very passionate hunter. And, you know, every year I go hunting, I'm like, man, I wish I had a better pair of binoculars, or, you know, I could have used a decoy or something like that.
Mm-hmm,
you know, it's just a lot of gear that you need and a big investment. So, and with skiing, you can go to any resort around the country and rent all the gear that you need to do the sport. So we just thought, you know, being able to provide people with the high quality gear that they need to get out there and be successful, well, you know, and then do it by shipping it to their door or wherever they're going out for their hunt or something like that. It makes it easy for them. So.
Yeah, and I'm clicked on hunting here. I'm at checkoutside.com. Obviously scopes, but you got backpacks, camping gear. You got like an elk decoy. You got tents. You got a GPS handheld unit. You got high-end binoculars, and I'm talking about, you know, the good stuff, the Swarovskis of the world. You know, the Kalis, Loophole, Burris, Trigicons, SIG rangefinders. This is the kind of stuff that people are, and I know they look at it and go, you know, that costs a lot, and I don't want to make a mistake. It would be cool if I could actually go take that. So here's the question for you. If I or somebody says, I'm going to rent a pair of binoculars, I'm going to take them on a hunt, and are they concerned with, if I gets banged up a little bit, how do you guys handle that?
You know, we've found that most everybody's been really great. They treat the equipment really well. Of course, we do get some equipment that'll get banged up every once in a while, but that as soon as that happens, it gets taken off the rental fleet. I think, and maybe that's just coming from an Olympic background where I expect, you know, the highest level of gear to perform. So, most of our gear actually ships out new or pretty much brand new because once people get out there and try it, I'd say 80% of the time people are buying their rentals. So most of our gear is brand new when we ship it out.
Does the price you pay on the rental go toward the purchase price?
Mm-hmm. It certainly does. Yeah, we'll take the cost of the rental off your purchase price. And so it's pretty straightforward. And all of our rentals, too, they come ready to use. So if you're going to have we rent a rifle scope. It has a mount on it. If you're going to set of binoculars, it's coming with an Eberly stock bino harness. So it's ready to use, and you can take it right out into the field and start using it.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, you know, we just started this early this summer, so it's relatively new. Right now we're in the process of testing a whole slew of new products that we're going to be adding to our fleet next year, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been great listening to all the stories of people once they're done with the gear, and yeah, it's been a fun experience.
Well, you know, you guys, you're kind of like me. You're not just people who use it. You're kind of gearheads. I've got a nickname. People call me Gadget Gresham because I love to tinker with this stuff, and you're very much like that.
Yeah, we love to test gear and beat it up, see if it works, and try it out. So we're doing a lot of that right now because we're planning on adding a bunch more inventory next year and making sure that we have all the products that you need when you get outdoors.
I think it's a brilliant idea, and I'm just looking at it and thinking, why wouldn't you want, if you said, okay, I'm not sure which of these scopes I really want to buy, I'll just get both of them, rent them, and try it, and then whichever one I buy, the rental price on that one goes toward the purchase. Man, I think you guys have got a home run.
Well, we hope so. We really just want to get people outdoors and help them have the equipment that they need to be successful. So.
What's the biggest concern that you hear from people who are contacting you? What do people worry about that you can reassure them about on this deal?
Well, you know, I think once people try it out, they see how easy it is. It comes. You ship it back in the box that you receive it in. There's a return shipping label in the box, so the whole process is relatively easy and straightforward. You can go on the website, pick the gear you want, just select the dates that you want the gear for. It comes in the mail. We usually, and part of that's probably just being, trying to be overachievers, I guess. Most of our rentals, we try to get to arrive early so that you have it well enough in advance if you want to get comfortable with it before your hunt. And then you use it, try it out, throw it back in the box when you're done, put a label on, and the label that's in the box, and then ship it back. It's pretty easy.
That is fabulous. Another question that's popped up here in the studio. Will you ship to a destination, like to a hunting lodge or something for somebody?
Yeah, we ship all across the country. If you're heading out to if you're from the East Coast and you're heading to a hunt in Montana, we'll ship it to your hotel, your hunting lodge, or a ship center. And so then you don't have to haul it with you. It's there when you get there.
You guys are brilliant, Tracy. I just applaud you. This is a great concept. I just wish you all the luck in the world.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You bet. The website is checkoutside.com. Checkoutside.com. Go check it out. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Tracy.
Thanks. Good talking to you.
All right. You take care. 866-TALK-GUN. Would you rent gear, 3-gun gear, hunting gear, optics, that kind of stuff? What do you think? I mean, I think it's cool, but I'd love to get your take on it. 866-TALK-GUN.
Pure accuracy. That's what a great rifle is all about. That's the Mossberg MVP Precision Rifle. The MVP Precision has it all. A bolt action that accepts AR-style magazines, sub-MOA accuracy, aluminum chassis system with slim profile handguard, Mossberg's lightning bolt action trigger system, chambered for the 6.5 Creedmoor, 224 Valkyrie, 308 and 223. Available in 24 and 26-inch threaded barrels. For your long-range precision needs, it's the MVP Precision. Mossberg.com. That's Mossberg.com.
Perhaps more than any other landscape, wetlands embody the life-giving abundance that nature has to offer. And perhaps more than any other organization, Ducks Unlimited is working to ensure that our continent's wetlands not only survive, but thrive for generations well beyond this one. The time is now to band together. The time is now to rescue our wetlands.
Tired of searching the web for the best deals on guns, ammunition, and gear? Download the free Gun Dealio app today for deals and discounts right at your fingertips. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo, optics, lasers, gun safes, targets, gun cleaners, grips, slings, and much, much more. Save money on products you want from the companies you love. New deals, discounts, and rebates added daily. Gun Dealio, available for free in the App Store and Google Play.
All the refinements in Smith & Wesson's M&P M2.0 pistol series shrunk to a perfect carry size in the new compact version. 4-inch barrel, light crisp M2.0 trigger, aggressively textured grip for enhanced control, 4 interchangeable palm swell inserts, 2 magazines, lifetime service policy, 15-round 9mm mag, 13-round 40 mag. The M&P M2.0 compact pistol. More at smith-wesson.com.
Hey, when do you want to spot that burglar? When he's out casing your home or after he's in? Ask John, whose Blink camera alerted him of burglars trying to break in while he and his family were home. Or Shannon, whose Blink camera caught a thief stealing packages. Both times, Blink video clips were sent to the police to help convict the crooks. Blink motion-activated indoor and outdoor cameras are wire-free, set up in minutes, and run on 2 AA batteries that last up to 2 years. And if you're traveling over the holidays, Blink's live feed option lets you monitor your home and check in on pets from anywhere using the Blink smartphone app. No contracts, no subscriptions. Totally affordable. And Blink works with Alexa. Blink camera systems make great holiday gifts, and they're a brilliant way to monitor your holiday package deliveries. Now, here's the deal. Save up to a whopping 40% off on all add-on cameras and systems through December 22nd while supplies last. Visit blinkprotect.com/holiday. blinkprotect.com/holiday. Blink is an Amazon company. There you go. I mentioned earlier, there's some stuff going on here in New Jersey and New York. And I would like to offer this up for your consideration because I think it's part of a bigger package. And I think as much as we would push back on this, some people may not have understood the clear ramifications of this for everybody. In New Jersey, they have a law that prohibits, basically it's a confiscation law. It says you cannot, it's not a deal if you can't buy anymore. It's a case of you cannot own, you cannot possess, you cannot have any magazine that holds more than 10 rounds. Doesn't matter if it was legal when you bought it, doesn't matter when you bought it, doesn't matter where you bought it, doesn't matter that it's been legal for the last 40 or 50 years that you've owned it. You cannot have it anymore. And the Third Circuit Court of Appeals, the Federal Appeals Court, the court right underneath the Supreme Court, just ruled, yeah, that's okay. You can rule that people have to get rid of stuff that they bought that's legal. So as of December the 11th, coming right up, in New Jersey, if you have a magazine that holds more than 10 rounds, that's against the law. Could be prosecuted. If convicted, you would be branded with a conviction that bans you from owning a gun for life. This is serious stuff. I hope it will go. I think it will go to the Supreme Court. I hope we would get a favorable decision. We need the Supreme Court to start taking some of these cases and striking down some of these laws, these confiscation laws. And then in New York, we have something that is sneaky and onerous and really well thought out. The proposal in New York State is this. If you own a gun, you would be required to carry $1 million of liability insurance. How would they justify that? Well, they say, crimes with guns cost the public money. And if someone gets your gun and somehow uses it, you need to have liability insurance. Bull. No. None of that's true. None of that's true. And that's not why they're doing it. Make no mistake. They can pretend all they want that they're concerned about crime, or they're concerned about liability, or they're concerned about the cost of gun violence. That is not what's going on here. What's going on here is there are some smart people who sit in a room and say, how can we reduce the number of gun owners? Because by reducing the number of gun owners, we reduce their political power. And when we reduce their political power, we can finally go for the jugular. We can do the thing we want to do. We can, if you will pardon me, we can make the kill shot on gun rights and get rid of it. So what do? I said, we can't ban them. Let's just make a lot of people get rid of their guns. How would we do that? Let's require them to get $1 million in liability insurance to own a gun. Now, of course, this also comes on the heels of saying we're going to check your social network. We're going to check Facebook and Twitter and every other place you've been online for the last 3 years before you can get a gun permit. But think about this for a second. Think about the two coasts. We have the East Coast, West Coast. Think about what happened in California and is currently the law. It's the total slow-moving, oozing gun ban that nobody talks about. In California, they have this roster, the list of official handguns that can be sold in California. And for a gun to get on the list, the manufacturer has to submit the gun to California. And a few years ago, California said, okay, that's all well and good, but here's one more little feature we'd like for you to have on your guns before they can be accepted for being sold in California. They will have to have micro-stamping built in. At that point, the alarm bells went off, the sirens went off, and we knew at that point what's actually going on. There's no such thing. It's ephemeral. It doesn't exist. There's no way the manufacturers can make micro-stamping, put it into guns. The manufacturers tell us it's an impossibility. So they are requiring a non-existent technology to be put into guns, and if it doesn't have it, they will not allow it to be sold. It cannot go onto the roster. And the roster gets smaller and smaller. The list gets shorter and shorter, because if a gun is changed in any way, it falls off the roster. Can't be there anymore. Sounds like it's a fairly clever way to reduce to zero the number of models of handguns that can be sold in California. What if, taking that model, and these people are all the same people. It's not like they talk to each other. They are the same people, the gun ban group, the gun ban lobby. What if the idea is we will require you to get liability insurance, $1 million in liability insurance as a gun owner, and at the same time, no one will write the insurance? Oh, you just saw what I'm talking about, didn't you? You just got the whole picture. Let's require you to get something that is unobtainable. Just as California has required gun makers to put something into their guns that is impossible and does not exist, we will do two things. One is we will require that you get $1 million in liability insurance. And at the same time, judging from what they've done, where New York goes to financial institutions and says, you really don't want to be involved in the gun industry, because if you are, then we're going to withhold all of our investments from you. The same people can go to the insurance companies and say, you know, it would not be good for you to be writing liability insurance for gun owners, because that's a risky business. And frankly, we would probably have to put like 100 inspectors on your company and do audits of you continuously. And the insurance companies will go, we're not writing that policy. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to touch that thing. So they require you to get something that you cannot get. They require you to get something that does not exist. And then what happens? Oh, you can't be a gun owner. And in New York, where you have to say, well, may I, before you can own guns, and they know who has them, and they're cross-referencing, and they go knock on your door and say, you have no insurance, give us your guns. I'm not making it up. I'm not having some kind of weird dream. It's not hallucination. This is what's going on right now. This is what they're doing. It is a plan to come to your door and take away your guns. If you don't believe it, you just aren't paying attention.
A girl can't go wrong with something in basic black, like an AR-15.
Some things never go out of style, like Tom Gresham's Gun Talk.
Well, I can save you a couple of hours of your life. I went to a movie last night, and I'll take the hit for you so you don't have to go. Although, there were some really funny parts of it. It wasn't supposed to be funny. We went to see the new Robin Hood movie. Okay. And I found myself laughing through much of it, although it was not supposed to be a comedy, just because it was so stupid. But just to give you a hint, first of all, you probably have never heard the phrase before, but we got to see full automatic crossbows. Yeah, no, I'm not making it up. The opening scene, it looks like SEAL Team 6, Zero Dark 30, Black Hawk Down, guys moving in teams, using tactical, maneuvers, except they're doing it through like the ruins of a castle, and they have longbows. And it is just a pure action flick. And they rip off scenes from a dozen different movies, and you're going, oh, I know that one. That's Ben-Hur. Oh, yeah, that was from The Italian Job. And that was, it's going, okay, yes, anyway. But I did really like the whole automatic crossbow thing. That was just way too cool. Oh, goodness. Line 1, Howard's with us out of Mount View, Arkansas. Hey, Howard, what's on your mind, sir?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. How are you, Tom?
I'm great.
Good deal. Hey, I got a question. A friend of mine, older man, gave me a 20-millimeter dogfight round, and I want to disarm it so I can make a piece of jewelry out of it, something real nice and gaudy. And it's an electric discharge round, so he says. And I was wondering if I can drill it at home to make it safe.
How far are you from the nearest neighbor?
No, I'm in the mountains, but it's got a range about 3 miles, I think.
Yeah, no. This is easy. No. If it is a live round, electric discharge, no. You can't. Don't be drilling into this thing, and don't be doing anything to it. Don't be trying to take it apart. And I'm not an EOD guy, but I would sure call an EOD guy.
I'm thinking about it. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, it is. Don't be messing with that thing. Every once in a while, you don't hear about it very often, but every once in a while somebody comes up with one of those or something, and then you hear some big bang, and some guy's not there anymore.
Yeah. You don't know where it's going.
Don't screw around with that thing, man. If you're not an expert at it, don't. And I'm not. And somebody else may call in and say, yeah, there's a way to do that. But I don't know what it is. I mean, if you had a 30-06, I could tell you how to disassemble that cartridge, but not that one, man. I'm not touching that bad boy.
Well, I even called the gunsmith. He said he wasn't touching it, so.
Well, there you go. Okay. All right, now you're 2 for 2. I would probably call it quits at that point, all right?
Yeah, I need to get it out of the house, so I'm going to probably take it to the Air Force and let them take it over.
No, don't do that. Don't take it out of the house and don't take it to them. Call them or call the police department and say, I got this thing. Send the DOD guys, send the explosive guys over here to come pick it up. They don't want you to bring it to them. Trust me. They want to come get it, put it in their little wagon, and take it out of there or do whatever it is they got to do. Just leave it right where it is. Handling it introduces issues. As I say, thing may be stable and it may not be an issue. But since you don't know, and I don't know, Jim says static electricity. I don't know. I have no idea. But honestly, I would call, if you're close to an Air Force base or someplace, call them. They've got EOD guys. They've got folks, and you can just say, hey, I've got this thing, and they're probably going to say, don't touch it. That's what I would do. Look, Howard, I wish you luck with it, and I wish I could help. That's just way, way outside of my field of expertise. Not that I have any expertise in anything, but that's okay. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you. Let's see here. Oh, I like this story. Parks Canada, up in Canada. Helicopters, staff time, overtime, and a culling program. They're killing moose in a park. And it's the Cape Breton Highlands National Park. It turns out they're spending about $7,900 per moose. The government is to shoot moose. And yes, they are using the meat to feed children. Okay, cool. Hides are used to clothing. And they're using helicopters. Really? They're using natives. I can't even pronounce the name. It's like Mikwag to shoot them. So far, I guess it's cost $731,000 for the 122 moose that have been killed. I'm not getting it. There are actually people who will pay them to come shoot the moose and would donate the meat. There are some in government who feel as though if the government doesn't do it, it can't be done right. You know what I mean? And the idea that we'll use government hunters or government-funded hunters to do this as opposed to letting regular folks like you and me, hunters, come in and shoot them. It's a weird way of thinking. And you'll actually get some members of the public, and it does permeate over there, where they'll say, well, I understand that we may have too many deer, but I don't want you to go shoot them. We should have government hunters, government killers, kill them. And if you start asking questions, you're not accusatory and you're not nasty. You just keep saying, well, why is that? What is that? What you end up figuring out at the end, it's what I've said all the time, is anti-hunters are not against hunting. What they hate is that you like hunting. They don't like you. And they don't like the fact that you like hunting. When they complain about pictures being posted of somebody with a game animal, what do they always say? There he is, he's grinning. She's just acting like she's having a good time out there hunting. Yes, well, actually we are having a good time. And there are a lot of benefits that come from it, but they don't like the fact that you're enjoying it. They're actually, when you think about it, think about this, they're actually Puritans. Isn't that weird? And that would be the last thing they think of themselves as, but they don't like the fact that you are enjoying this. Maybe if you were hunting and it was just a job and you got no enjoyment out of it, oh, yes, that would be what they'd be calling for, the government hunters. Weird stuff. Okay, question on the floor for you. Throw this one out. Are you buying any guns? Are you getting any guns? Have you gotten anything for somebody that's in a gun-related, shooting-related venue or area for Christmas, for the holidays, for Hanukkah? Would love to know about that. And also, have you run into anybody recently in the last few months who is channeling the whole hatred of Trump into hatred of gun owners, hatred of gun rights? Love to hear that as well. 866-TALK-GUN or just dial me at Tom Talk Gun.
Maximize your firepower and accuracy with Remington's new Model 1911 R1 Limited Double Stack. Up to 19+1 double stack capacity, so you can spend more time shooting and less time loading. Next level accuracy and handling with a 5-inch wrapped match-grade barrel and adjustable match-grade trigger for greater precision. Learn more at Remington.com/handguns. The new Remington Model 1911 R1 Limited Double Stack. Welcome to a new era at Remington.
Attacks happen every day. How will you react? See real people put into real-life criminal attack situations on First Person Defender. Discover what works and what doesn't. Kidnapping, ATM robbery, home invasion, and other attacks. Learn how to save your life and the lives of your family. Get the entire first season on DVD at ShopGunTalk.com. Get prepared. ShopGunTalk.com.
Laser sights enhance shooting fundamentals, sight alignment, and trigger control. Training with laser sights increases muzzle awareness, improves and corrects sight alignment at sight picture, and aids in acquiring and maintaining sight picture in low light conditions. Call 800-442-2406 or visit crimsontrace.com for a free copy of our laser training video, The Laser's Edge, and learn why Crimson Trace is making laser sights standard equipment.
Hi, this is Tom Gresham from Gun Talk. America is losing critical wildlife habitat at a rate of 1 football field every hour. It's happening on the Louisiana coast, but it's critical to all sportsmen and conservationists. These precious wetlands provide winter habitat for more than 10 million ducks and geese annually, waterfowl that migrate north through dozens of states. Don't shrug it off. Get involved. You can help. Visit vanishingparadise.org.
Now at LibertySafe.com, you can buy a Liberty Safe at a great price and receive 12 months interest-free payments with 0 down and 0% APR, with some safes as low as $20 a month on approved credit. Peace of mind, lifetime warranty, and in-home delivery service. Go to LibertySafe.com now for 12 months interest-free payments with 0 down and 0% APR. LibertySafe.com.
All right, we're back. 866-TALK-GUN. Mark's with us on 3 out of Valdosta, Georgia. Hey, Mark, welcome to Gun Talk. What you thinking here?
Oh, I just wanted to call and tell you how much I thought about that, what the lady was talking about renting the guns to begin with. I think for a trip, like to Alaska or something like that, if I was going, I'd much rather have a gun meet me there than take my own and risk anything. I think that was a good idea.
Well, now, they're not renting guns. They're renting other stuff, optics, camping gear, binoculars, all kind of stuff like that. But I don't believe they're renting guns.
Okay, I might have missed that, but I could sure use the other stuff, too.
Absolutely. Yeah, the other thing is, I mean, if you don't want to go out and buy a $3,500 spotting scope, but you want to have the best of the best, you rent that thing for a week. That just makes all the sense in the world to me.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a great idea. I've never heard of it before. I just thought, why
it's brand new. Yeah, for those who missed it, we're talking about that's a new service. Go to checkoutside.com. You can rent hunting, camping, optics gear, 3-gun gear, all kind of cool stuff. It's pretty neat. All right, so you got something that sounds interesting. What are you looking for here?
Well, I reload. And everybody that reloads comes across some crazy Wildcat stuff every once in a while. And I came across a lot of rounds of this 360 Dan Wesson. brass. And I was wondering, I'm thinking I could cut it down and maybe make a 357 or a 38 out of it. Do you know anything?
Well, yeah, the 360 Dan Wesson came out of the handgun silhouette shooting back 1999, or 2000, that kind of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the 357 Maximum, which was just a really stretched 357 Magnum?
I've got some, yeah.
Okay. Well, the 357 Maximum was just a longer case. With the 360, of course, is just a longer case. It's kind of halfway between the 357 Mag and the Maximum.
Yeah.
So the question is, what do you have? Do you have a gun that's chambered in 360 Dan Wesson?
I do not. That's why I was wondering, well, I've got about 1,000 rounds and it's brand new. I was thinking, cut them down and I can use them in my 357.
Sure.
Or my 38.
No reason not to. Yeah, I mean, other than the length, they're the same. You just cut them down to the correct length for a 357 Magnum or even a 38 Special. But, that's when I know we're talking to a hardcore handloader, because he will spend 10 hours to save, $25.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Well, and I enjoy it, too. But I know there's a thickener. I think it's a thicker wall on that 360, but I
it probably is a thicker wall, and what I would do, honestly, I would not want to go with maximum loads. I would probably, if I cut them back, I would go with the middle of the road load as far as power. I wouldn't be trying to get the most out of it, because you probably have a bit slightly reduced volume in there, and that could affect your pressures.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, well, I don't see any reason you can't do it. It's a goofy project, but, that's what handloaders do, and so I'm right there with you, man.
Okay, but I sure do appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Let's talk with Wanda on 2. She's in Sherman, Texas. Hey, Wanda, you're on Gun Talk. What's going on?
Hi, thank you. Well, I have a little pistol. It was made in Italy, and I believe it's called a Beretta. Mm-hmm. And it has not been fired in 40 years or maybe a little more. And I took it to a gunsmith here in the Sherman area, and he looked at it, I think took it apart. He said it needs a firing pin, but he doesn't know where to get one. And I wondered if you knew of a company or something that, carried that type thing.
Yeah. There are 2 outfits I would direct you to for parts.
Okay.
The real key is going to be making sure you get the right part. But I'm going to, if you have something to write with, I'm going to give you 2 places to go, okay?
Yeah, yes, I'm ready.
Okay. One is Brownells, it's online, brownells.com, BROWNELLS. Okay? BROWNELLS. And I'm going to go. I'm sorry,
okay.
Go ahead.
Was it .com?
Yes, .com. Exactly.
Okay.
And when you go there, you'll be able to either send them a note, or they actually have a phone number there. And what you may end up wanting to do is call them during regular work hours, and then they can help you out, because they have parts, and they can help you figure out what parts you need. There's also another company called Numrich, Numrich, Numrich Arms, and their website is Gun Parts Corp, C-O-R-P, gunpartscorp.com. But the key is going to be to make sure you know what model gun you have. And that's kind of why I'm thinking that if you call the people at Brownells, ask to speak one of their technical people, one of their gunsmiths, he or she will be able to help you, figure out what the exact model is and all that. It's going to work out for you, and then when you get your part, your gunsmith should be able to take care of that. Wanda, thank you so much for your call. I appreciate that, and I wish you luck with that. In the meantime, you may even want to think about buying a new gun. Hey, it's Christmas time. Hey, that's the other part. It's okay to give yourself a gift for Christmas. I do it all the time. In fact, I just do it. 866-TALK-GUN. Well. Seems like we have a problem here. Going straight to the phones. Line 3, Steve's with us out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Steve, what's going on with your rifle, man?
All right, Tom. I've always been a Remington fan. Bought a Remington 750, 270 caliber, and it has been nothing but unreliable. I've taken it to a gunsmith. It jams. It won't cycle properly. First gunsmith said, well, you need to keep the bore clean. You need to do this. And doing a little research, I've just seen more and more problems that people have with them. And they've talked about cutting the spring down inside. And I'm curious, any advice? Heard anything about this? Familiar with it?
That's the new Remington Jam-O-Matic.
Yes.
Well, there are, as you've already discovered, there are tons of reports of problems with this rifle jamming. Tons of them. I would say two things. One, I would contact. How long have you had the rifle?
Oh, about 3 years. And I'll get it going and hunt with it. And as soon as it jams up, goes back in the safe, and I pull out my bolt action.
Well, you've already discovered the cure.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, I grew up with 742s and just loved them. And this was kind of a gun that
I love the 742.
I kind of thought this would be, I really want it, bought it, and I do not want to get rid of it because I'm not a guy that gets rid of guns.
Well, here's the thing. A gun that's unreliable is worse than no gun at all. Honestly, a gun that's unreliable is worse than no gun at all. So I'm going to throw out maybe three thoughts. One is contact Remington and see if they would like to take it back and fix it for you. Give them a chance. Say, look, this thing has never worked from the day I bought it. It's always been a Jam-O-Matic. Chances are they're going to want it back and see if they can do something with it. Two would be stick to your bolt action. And three, which I'm going to suggest may be the way to go, given your history, because I have always liked the 742. Just thought that was a great gun. Points well, shoots well, pretty darn reliable. It's going to sound weird, okay? But, Steve, I'm thinking maybe sell it and buy a 742. What do you think?
I could. I've had several gun dealers say sell it and buy a Browning.
Well, that too. If you want a semi-auto, and then the BARs work pretty well. It's the Remington 750 for whatever reason has had a checkered past. It's not been out a long time, but it's certainly had some ugly reports about it. The 742, on the other hand, was out for like decades and just ran like a little sewing machine. So I don't know what happened along the way. This is supposed to be the new and improved, but sometimes you kind of wish they'd leave well enough alone. I don't know, but I would not take it hunting again until you know for sure that the darn thing's working right. Give Remington a chance to make it right. If that doesn't work, like I say, either stick with the bolt or sell it and replace it with another semi-auto. There you go. I appreciate the call, sir. I wish you luck with it. Yeah, buddy of mine. In fact, Ray, who's on the show a good bit, Ray Elgin, just had some pictures of a nice coyote he just shot with his 760, his pump. He had a Remington pump in 243, running shot at 100 yards. Of course, now Ray is like a world-class trap shooter, so he probably is better at that than most of us. But very nice. Yeah, he's a pump action because he was an 870 guy, Remington pump. So he got a 760 Remington pump rifle and really can make that thing sing. So there you go. If you got a gun that's not working for you, do something about it. Don't just keep putting up with it. Do you have a gun that you've ever had problems with and you just couldn't figure it out? What'd you do with it? Did you give it away? Did you trade it? Did you get it fixed? 866-TALK-GUN.